I really love reading the Bible, don't you? And as much as I appreciate all of the books of the Bible, I must admit I have my favorite places, and I'm sure you do as well. But I want to talk to you today about one of my favorite places, and that's Ezekiel chapter 36. I love it because beginning in verse 16, in just a few short verses, God lays out not a plan for the Jewish people, but his plan for all of mankind. And it is so simple and so easy to understand and so beautiful. I love it. It excites me. So let's talk about it a little bit. He begins in chapter 16 by acknowledging that the Jewish people would be in the land. And of course, we know under Moses' leadership, they came out of Egypt and they were in the land. Then he goes on to say that while in the land, they would sin, they would go after idols, they would spill blood on the soil. And because of that, he wouldn't be able to leave them in the land. He would be forced, so to speak, to disperse them into the countries of the world. And we know that happened as well. We know that that prophecy was fulfilled. But then God says something really interesting. He says, in all the places that they will go, my name will be profaned. Now, I have actually heard teachers teaching on these verses, and they go just that far and then stop, as if to somehow say that the Jewish people were just so awful. They were so stiff-necked and so terrible that every place they went, they disgraced the name of God. Well, of course, that's not true. That's not what the prophet is saying. And if you keep reading, it becomes really clear. God says, because they're not in the land, my name is being profaned. The nations are looking and going, wait a minute. Aren't these the people of God? And if they're the people of God, then why aren't they in the land that he promised them? As if to say that this God is just not merciful enough, or not faithful enough, or not powerful enough to keep his promises. And so God says, the day will come when I will not allow that to continue. He says, I will bring you back. I will bring you out of all of the nations of your dispersion, and I will bring you back into the land. But he cautions the Jewish people. He says, it's not for your sake that I will do this. It's for the sake of my great name, he says, because the nations will know that I am God when I am hallowed in you before their very eyes. Beautiful. And verse 25 begins with a little four-letter word in most of our English translations. Then, T-H-E-N. In the Hebrew, the word actually is translated at that time. So God says, I'm going to bring you back from all the nations. I'm going to put you in your land. And at that time, and then he speaks of the beautiful, wonderful relationship things that he's going to do with the Jewish people. He says, I will wash you with clean water. I will take out a heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. I will put my spirit in you. You will walk in my ways. And you can almost feel the delight in God's heart as he shares these things with the prophet. What's going to happen with the people that God loves so dearly? But then, as if that isn't enough, he says, while this is happening, you're going to bring the land back to life. You're going to rebuild the ancient cities, and you're going to plant and till in the desolate land, and I'll prosper your crops, and you'll bring the land back to life. And the nations will look and go, wait a minute. This land that was desolate, it's like the Garden of Eden. As if to say, the nations are going to have to throw their hands in the air and say, all right, we understand. Only God could have done this. What a glorious day. What a glorious day, not just for the Jewish people, but for all of mankind, when the nations know that he is God, when they see him hallowed in the Jewish people with their very eyes.